This is a 1926 Steinite model AC built in Atchison, Kansas. I bought this radio from an auction there. It was owned by Mrs. May, who lived not far from me. I was told that she was going to originally buy a different radio, but Mr. Stein told her to come back later and he would have an AC radio. The story interested me because in Atchison we have the legend that Fred Stein came up with the first practical AC set, and this would be it. On the front of the set, between the two dials, it says Steinite Electric Model AC. I will first demonstrate the set and follow up with a description of some of the technical details for those of you who might be interested. According to the instructions, the set should be plugged into an electric light socket, which I've already done. The filament knob should be turned to the leftmost position, and a switch on the power cord should be turned on. We then adjust the filament voltage to just under 3 volts. Then at about 2 volts, and already we have reception. And I can tune through and get different stations here.
For everyone, we're trying every advertising. It was 16 nothing.
According to the instructions, the filament voltage should be run as low as possible to preserve the tubes. The set was quite sensitive in its day, and there was a station log with a set of dozens of entries. Unfortunately, it completely disintegrated. The top can open and we can see inside the set. This is the power supply section here, and it has a label that says Steinite Laboratories Radio Building, Atchison, Kansas. Over here are the 316B rectifier tubes, and if you can see, they get brighter as I turn up the voltage on them. So hopefully you can see that. Otherwise, the set is pretty much like a battery set of the time. It has type 99 tubes here and a 201A, which is used to drive a built-in horn speaker. Okay. The set uses two 316B rectifiers, and the B+ voltage of the set was controlled by reducing or increasing the filament voltage on these tubes, and that's why they get brighter and darker. This voltage, this 90 volts, was divided down through a long series of resistors inside the power supply to where it got down to 3 volts to supply the power for the number 99 tubes in there. This resistor divider actually takes up about half of that power supply space. The schematic for this set is not in the writer manual, so I had to draw it up by hand. I also found out you can't substitute 81s for the 316Bs because the voltage of the 81s is too high and they tend to pop out of the socket. Well, I hope you enjoyed the radio. I have an audio transcript of a conversation with Fred Stein, which I will post if I can get permission. He talks about his beginnings with spark gap radio, inspired by a Scientific American article. He knew Lee DeForest, and when he started his radio company, he was not able to call it Atchison Radio Company because the term radio was not yet in the books. Have a good day.
2000